The Minister of Energy, Irene Muloni, today transferred the full contractual administration powers of the Karuma and Isimba dams to two government electricity agencies, Uganda Electricity Generation Company Limited and Uganda Electricity Transmission Company Limited were the companies. The transfer, held at the Ministry of Energy, was witnessed by both the contractors and executive heads of UEGCL and UETCL. The move, recommended by the Attorney General, came after complaints that the Chinese contractors at the two dams were not listening to the complaints raised by the two agencies with regard to projects.
They complained that the contractors are not listening to them. In simple terms, because the MOU stipulates the roles of each party. But when they would direct the contractors on behalf of the Ministry of Energy, the contractors would not listen to them.
The minister says some of the complaints related to the local content aspect and project delays.
The reason the contractors would give is that because they entered into agreement with the Ministry of Energy, for them, they know the Ministry of Energy, not these two companies. So there is that legal element. And that is why legally we are saying, please listen to them. These are our assigned people to oversee the implementation on our behalf. That is the difference.
NTV has learned that in a recent audit conducted on the projects, it was discovered that only 34% of the cement used for Karuma Dam was from Uganda. 66% of the cement was imported from Kenya on grounds that it was cheaper. Only 5% of the steel bars used in the project in Karuma were from Uganda. The argument the contractors raised was that Uganda's steel was of poor quality. Muloni now says that they are working to address these concerns.
We hope, as time goes on, if our manufacturers here can ensure that they are competitive so that they can supply more of the steel.
For the two electricity companies of Uganda, what have been years of grueling and fighting with contractors of two of Uganda's biggest dams turned out to be a small victory today in the boardroom when they were given full contractual powers. And you can imagine, almost as immediate, the language of engagement has changed.
What has been done today through the deed of assignment is to re-echo that government has appointed implementing agencies to oversee the supervision of Karuma and Isimba hydropower project.
A technical audit has been planned by the two agencies as a first step to determine the progress on the project that they are inheriting.
Well, the deed provides for a technical audit once we have signed, and today that we have received this deed, we are going to commission a technical audit. And the main reason is really to know what are we exactly taking over.
Karuma and Isimba dams are expected to add 787 megawatts to the Ugandan electricity grid and will cost in the region of 7 trillion shillings to complete. Raymond Mujuni, NTV.